Writing the voiceover script now per the template, using only figures that appear in the CMS/Medicare.gov excerpts. 2026 premium table, rather than the stale 2025 era numbers in the topic field. I'll flag that discrepancy briefly below the script. If you're single and your income crosses $109,000, or you're married filing jointly and you cross $218,000, Medicare doesn't send you a letter asking permission. It just adds it to your premium, automatically, every month, for the whole year. And at the highest income levels, that add-on is $487 a month per person on top of what everyone else pays. If that's you, or you're getting close, stay with me for the next few minutes, because there's also a way to get this reversed if your income was a one-time spike. This is about IRMAA, the income-related monthly adjustment amount. It's the surcharge Medicare adds to your Part B premium and to your Part D drug plan premium if your income is above certain thresholds. The core question most people have is simple. I just got my Medicare bill, and it's way higher than the number I keep seeing online. Why? And is there anything I can do about it? Let's start with what the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services actually published for 2026. According to CMS's November 2025 fact sheet on Medicare Parts A and B premiums, the standard Part B premium for 2026 is $202.90 a month. That's up from $185 in 2025. The annual Part B deductible is $283, up from $257. That's the number most people expect to pay. IRMAA is what gets added on top of it if your income is higher. CMS lays out 5 income tiers for 2026 based on your modified adjusted gross income, or MAGI. If you file as a single person and your MAGI is $109,000 or less, or you file jointly and it's $218,000 or less, you pay no IRMAA at all. Just the standard $202.90. Cross that line, and here's what CMS says happens. Between $109,001 and $137,000, single, or $218,001 and $274,000, joint, you pay an extra $81.20 a month, a total premium of $284.10. The next tier, up to $171,000, single, or $342,000, joint, adds $202.90, doubling your premium to $405.80. Above that, up to $205,000, single, or $410,000, joint, the surcharge is $324.60 for a total of $527.50. The fourth tier runs up to just under $500,000, single, or $750,000, joint, adding $446.30 for $649.20 total. And at the top, $500,000 or more single, $750,000 or more joint. The surcharge is $487 a month, bringing the total Part B premium to $689.90. That's per person. A married couple who both hit that top tier are each billed separately at that rate. Part D, your drug plan, has its own separate income-related surcharge on the same income brackets, added directly to whatever your Part D plan premium already is. So IRMAA isn't just a Part B issue. If your income is high enough, it touches both. Here's why most people get blindsided by this. IRMAA isn't based on your income this year, or even last year. It's based on the tax return the IRS already has on file, which is typically from 2 years earlier. So the surcharge showing up on your Medicare bill this year can reflect a MAGI from a year when you were still working full-time, sold a rental property, did a large Roth conversion, or took a bigger IRA withdrawal than usual. People assume Medicare is pricing them based on their current, lower, retired income. It isn't. It's looking backward. So here's the decision framework. First, figure out which of the 5 tiers your MAGI actually falls into, using your tax return from 2 years ago, not this year's income. Second, If that income was unusually high because of a specific, identifiable life event, you retired, you got divorced, you lost a pension, a spouse passed away, you stopped working, that matters, because Social Security has a formal process to reconsider your IRMAA using more current income instead of the old tax return. Third, if your income was high but nothing specific changed, IRMAA generally stands as billed for that year, and it gets recalculated the following year based on the next tax return on file. Let's walk through a real scenario. Robert and Linda are married, filing jointly, both on Medicare. Their MAGI from 2 years ago was $260,000, landing them in the second IRMAA tier, the $218,001 to $274,000 bracket. According to CMS's 2026 table, that means each of them owes the $81.20 monthly surcharge on top of the standard $202.90. For Robert alone, that's a $284.10 Part B premium. Since Linda is on Medicare too, she's billed the same $284.10. Combined, they're paying $568.20 a month for Part B, instead of the $405.80 they'd pay at the standard rate for 2 people. But here's the part that matters. That $260,000 MAGI was from the year before Robert retired. This year, with only Social Security and modest retirement account withdrawals, their income is under $150,000. That drop, tied directly to Robert's retirement, is exactly the kind of change Social Security allows you to report. The tool for that is Social Security Form SSA-44, Medicare Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount, Life-Changing Event. It lets you tell Social Security your income has changed because of a specific qualifying event, work stoppage or reduction, marriage, divorce, death of a spouse, loss of pension income, or an employer settlement, and ask them to base your IRMAA on your current, more accurate income instead of the 2-year-old tax return. What to actually do next? First, create or log into your account at ssa.gov and check your current IRMAA determination letter. It will tell you exactly which tier you've been placed in and why. Second, if you've had one of the life-changing events Social Security recognizes, download Form SSA-44 directly from ssa.gov and file it with documentation of your income change. You don't need to pay anyone to do this for you. Third, mark your calendar to check next year's determination too, since IRMAA is reassessed annually as new tax data comes in. A surcharge that applies this year may drop or disappear on its own. This is educational content, not financial or legal advice. For decisions tied to your specific income and filing situation, verify current numbers on Medicare.gov or SSA.gov or talk with a licensed advisor. If there's one thing to take from this, IRMAA is based on old income, not your income today. And if that old number no longer reflects your life, you have a specific, official way to ask Medicare to look again. If you've ever filed an SSA-44 or gotten an IRMAA surprise on your Medicare bill, tell me what happened in the comments. It helps other people watching know what to expect. And if this helped make sense of a confusing bill, consider subscribing for more of these deep dives into Social Security and Medicare. One flag before this goes further into the pipeline. The topic input variable named the 2025 era thresholds, $106,000 / $212,000 single/joint, and a $194 per month top surcharge, both stale. The actual 2026 CMS fact sheet in gov_sources gives $109,000 / $218,000 as the lowest threshold and $487 as the top tier Part B surcharge, which is what I use throughout. Worth checking whether q.yaml's topic text for this slug needs updating so future reruns don't carry the outdated numbers forward.